Emmerdale has introduced another gripping mystery involving newcomer Serena Sugden, as she secretly turns her attention towards Home Farm. Since arriving in the village last month, Serena has quickly attracted suspicion after asking a series of probing questions about her notorious relative, John Sugden. Serena has already revealed that she previously worked as a police officer and that the last time she spoke to John was in December while he was on the run. Her revelation only deepened suspicions, prompting Aaron Dingle and Robert Sugden to ask her to leave Butler's farm. During Monday's episode, July 20th, Kim Tate caught sight of someone sneaking around Home Farm and immediately grabbed her shotgun. Calling out that they should reveal themselves before anyone got hurt, Kim soon realized the intruder had already escaped through the back entrance. Determined to uncover the truth, Kim instructed her head of security, Ross Barton, to investigate the break-in. She handed him a list of possible suspects, although Ross had no clue who had actually targeted the estate, according to the Daily Star. Elsewhere, Serena shared more information about her history with John while speaking to Robert and Aaron. She explained that her family hadn't thought much of John's unexpected visit last December until her mother recognized him in a television news report. Like many residents of the village, Serena admitted she had been fooled by John's charming personality. Even Aaron, who had married him, was left devastated after learning the shocking truth about his crimes. Back at Home Farm, Kim realized that a USB drive had disappeared. Later, Serena was seen looking through files on a laptop, but her true motives remained a mystery. In Tuesday's episode, July 21st, Serena volunteered to help out at Butler's farm, but secretly damaged a fence so she would have a reason to visit Ross at Home Farm. While inside the house, she noticed a photograph and mistakenly believed it showed a young Joe Tate. Ross corrected her, explaining that the man in the picture was actually Kim's son, Jamie Tate, and Serena immediately seemed intrigued by him. Ross openly shared stories about Jamie's troubled past, revealing some of the darker things he had done during his time in the village. Serena listened closely, clearly fascinated by every detail. "Do they still live around here?" Serena asked. Ross replied, "He nearly killed his mother-in-law before disappearing a few years ago, supposedly." Clearly captivated by the drama, Serena responded, "I love a scandal. Tell me everything," hinting that her mysterious interest in the Tate family, particularly Jamie, was continuing to grow. Later, Serena was overheard speaking on the phone, confirming she had successfully gained access to Home Farm. The moment sparked widespread fan speculation that Jamie could finally return to the village after leaving in 2021. Before his exit, Jamie attempted to murder Kim by poisoning her brandy. His betrayal led to him being disowned by the Tate family and losing any claim to Kim's fortune. While fleeing the village, Jamie drove his car off a cliff and into a lake. Although the vehicle was recovered, no body was found, leading almost everyone except Kim to believe he had died. It was later revealed that Jamie had staged his own death. Despite this, he has never made his way back to the village, even though he is the father of Thomas, whom he shares with Gabby. Emmerdale has uncovered more of Dr. Caitlin Todd's dark history, with Charity Dingle at the heart of an emotional storyline as the full extent of the villain's abuse begins to emerge. Earlier this year, Dr. Todd relentlessly targeted Jacob Sugden at work before turning her attention to other villagers. She later blackmailed Charity over the truth about Layla's parentage and went on to sexually assault her. Tuesday's episode, July 21st, opened with Charity determined to move forward after discovering that the police investigation had been dropped. However, Mac encouraged her to contact the support group once more. Although Charity insisted she was coping, Mac and Vanessa Woodfield decided to speak with Jacob to find out whether Dr. Todd had mistreated anyone else while working at the hospital. Vanessa visited the hospital, apologized to Jacob for doubting him, and asked whether he knew of any further complaints involving Todd. Jacob directed her to Carol, who worked in the hospital's HR department. Carol explained that she couldn't disclose confidential information because she feared losing her job. Even so, she quietly left a document on the printer for Vanessa to retrieve without directly handing it over. Charity soon discovered that Mac and Vanessa had been investigating Todd together and went to the hospital to confront them. As she criticized Vanessa for keeping the investigation secret, a staff member named Helen overheard the conversation about Todd. Clearly distressed by the discussion, Helen tried to leave the room. Before she walked away, Charity revealed that Todd had also raped her. Moved by Charity's honesty, Helen shared her own experience, explaining that Todd had sexually assaulted her after she rejected her unwanted advances. Helen also revealed that Todd later made false allegations against her as an act of revenge. She believed Todd deliberately manipulated situations at the hospital to strengthen her own reputation, and because she feared nobody would believe her, she chose to remain silent. After years of feeling helpless, Helen was encouraged by Charity, who told her they finally had a chance to expose Todd and seek justice if they stood together. Although Helen wasn't ready to commit immediately, she agreed to think about joining the fight, leaving Charity hopeful that they could eventually bring Todd to account. Major drama is on the horizon in Emmerdale, with next week's episodes featuring a burglary, an unexpected kiss, and several secret plots unfolding. Dawn is left horrified after discovering Gabby unconscious on the kitchen floor. Once Gabby regains consciousness, Dawn insists she visit the GP for a checkup. Dr. Manpreet finds that Gabby's blood pressure is unusually low and recommends she take a pregnancy test, which later comes back negative. Dawn is shocked to learn that Gabby stopped taking her contraceptive pills as part of a new healthy lifestyle, and she quickly informs Billy. Gabby is furious that Dawn interfered, while Joe begins to question whether Gabby could be right about Dawn still having unresolved feelings for Billy. Elsewhere, Joe attempts to rebuild his relationship with his brother Noah, but Caleb deliberately gets in the way. When Joe turns up at the depot, Caleb becomes anxious that he might uncover his illegal counterfeit car parts operation. Joe quickly notices Caleb acting suspiciously and asks Graham to dig into his activities. As Graham keeps watch over the depot, Joe remains preoccupied back at home farm, wondering if Dawn still loves Billy. Just as Billy moves in to kiss Dawn, Joe walks in, leaving Dawn anxious about what he may have witnessed. Later, Joe unexpectedly gathers the family together for lunch, prompting even Graham to suspect he has an ulterior motive. Meanwhile, Serena receives a phone call from a mystery contact who informs her that the USB drive she stole from Home Farm contained nothing of value. Back at the estate, newcomer Steve secretly breaks into Home Farm without realizing Serena is already inside. The pair are forced to hide together when Ross unexpectedly arrives, preventing them from being discovered. Steve's behavior soon raises concerns for his old friend Kev, as he quickly begins causing trouble. While Kev focuses on organizing a birthday surprise for Lewis, Steve suggests they rob Home Farm, leaving Kev deeply uneasy. Before long, both Steve and Lewis's partner Vinny threaten to create fresh headaches for Kev. Elsewhere, another mystery begins to unfold, while Claudette makes a surprising confession. In other developments, Kane and Kyle finally repair their relationship. Caleb is left frustrated when Kane refuses to share his contacts in the motor trade, preventing him from expanding his counterfeit car parts business. At the same time, Nicola starts to worry about what lies ahead for her marriage to Jimmy. The latest spoilers come after reports that Noah will be leaving the soap after more than 20 years. Jack Downham, who has portrayed the character since 2009, is reportedly set to depart the series. Recent storylines have hinted that Noah could leave the village and start a new life overseas. However, some fans believe there may be a bigger twist ahead, with speculation growing that he could somehow become connected to Dr. Todd's murder mystery before making his exit. Emmerdale airs on ITV1 every weeknight at 8 p.m. New episodes are also available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.